gonna hear us.
Okay, so for the sake of the video, you got an answer?
I copied and pasted.
Pasted?
But I still had to look it up though.
I've had the group go to a googleaday.com, and under this red box you click basic game, and what that does is it takes you to questions that Google develops every day that's different. You put the information in the search bar here that relates to this question. When you think you find the answer, you type it in here, and if just put answer there, if it's wrong, you get the wrong answer. If it's right, it'll actually tell you that. You can also get a hint down here, and you can get a clue, which means it gives you some missing letters, or you can skip it and it takes you to the next question, because there are 6 questions possible. And mainly we'll go through some of those features, hopefully that would assist you. The idea is to give you questions that are multiple levels, so that you have to do some good keyword searches or quotes or other tools that would make this more challenging, and it definitely is challenging. Okay, so the next thing, I have created a Google site that has some of these tips on it that we can do with searching. So I could give you that site at a later time, but I just want to walk you through some of the different tools that you could use. Let's just do, he's in success again, 2 for 2. If we do something just like as simple as global warming, and the first thing I do with kids is I go over where the ads are placed. So you can tell up here at the top that there are ads. Anything on the right-hand side is going to be for the common person ads, or along the very bottom. And in this case, we don't have ads at the bottom, but there are a lot of them that do. So those are just common pieces. Then we go through the fact that this first link is to the URL. It also gives you a URL right below it. And you could go from here to something that's similar, the URL that's similar, and it will actually give you other things that are similar to that URL. So that's a simple and quick way to get similar websites. We discussed the fact that the black is actually a summary designed to give you an idea of what's in the website based on the keyword global warming that I use. So this isn't necessarily words from the page, it's just an overview or a summarization. Keywords down here, if you click on one of those, they will also give you more searches, more information. Hi. We just got started, okay. So you haven't missed a lot there.
Okay.
So anyway, that's kind of the layout of things, and I went through that with the kids when I teach that, just so they understand the layout of the page and what some of these things are that could lead them to it. The other thing that most people don't realize is that your knowledge, half of what you know changes within 18 months. So there's all kinds of impact and changes. So for that reason, up here where you do search tools, you click on that and you can change or customize your time. So for that example, and all I did was click on search tools right here. You have to do a search first. In other words, if I'm in this page, it's not available to me. I had to put in my search, and then once I got results, I go to search tools. So if you guys want to try a topic, or if you want to do global warming and work with me, the idea is to give you a chance to play with it. Okay, so I go to search tools, and then I go over to the anytime. Okay, do you have one turned on? Do you want to, or is you just trying to log on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just writing it down too.
Okay. No, I know it takes a while to get logged on.
Okay.
All right. Under that, you can do a year, an hour, or whatever. But I would suggest, when I do it with my kids, I suggest that they do a custom range. So because right now, every 18 months, half your information changes, I suggest they do 3 years. Because, oh, how do you get to that screen?
Yeah.
I did a search.
Yeah, but that screen right there where you got any time. And,
I click right here on search tools. And that
Okay.
list under here will change based on what we're searching.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do a custom range under any time. And And I'm just gonna do, now you can do a month and a year, you can do any kind of date, but I'm just gonna do the generic 2010 to 2013. And say go. And what it should do is limit all of my hits on things that are in that time frame, that were posted within those 3 years. Okay. You can also go over here and you can change the reading level right up front. So if you want it to be maybe 4th and 5th grade, or high school, you can go to reading level. It will give you basic, intermediate, and advanced. Basic is supposed to be kind of the 4th, 5th, 6th grade level. Intermediate is supposed to be more of the high school level 6 through 12. And advanced is going to be more of the scholarly or collegiate level, maybe even higher than that, depending on what your topic is. So if you needed to be able to do something like, say, middle school range, or kids that had difficulty reading some of the content, it will give you just those things that are at that level. Or if you need something very scholarly, you can click on advanced, and it will give you websites that if we clicked on it, we're at a higher level thinking and reading level. Okay, and that can be found at any point. I just did it early on, and I can go back to all results at any time. It's just under the, right here under all results, once you've had this search tool turned on. Then you can, of course, change and sort by date. So if you want the newest first and you only want the newest, you can sort by date, or only the oldest. Right now it's on relevance, what they think is related to the topic you're looking for. The other thing that you can do, there are some keyword searches that you can do. One of which might be cite, colon, and then .gov, or I just use gov and it does the same thing. Okay, cite, colon, and then you can filter by what kind of websites you want. Government and EDU and AC are all locations that cannot be purchased. So this is filtering only those things that are related to the government. So they are proven websites. They can't be purchased, so they're not opinion. So that helps narrow it down in a hurry.
We use this for our research already. I just remembered this from the last thing, so we put it really helps.
Did it?
It gets just all the other stuff out of there, and the things that that are really going to find some good information. It was very helpful.
And that's good for them to know too.
For
that
6th graders, it really helps.
And then you can also do by country code. We didn't have much success on this the other day, but you supposedly cite, colon, and let's go UK, United Kingdom. And that way you can get just their viewpoint. This is supposed to be from those that are, like right here, dailymail.co.uk. So that's written from that country and that perspective. Here's a UK, here's a UK. So it turns the perspective a little bit by getting right into their source. We can try a different country.
Yeah, what are the country, like?
The country codes are actually, let me go to my website here. And I actually have a link, and you can go to, and I'll show you this toward the end, is you can go to Google Help, and here is all the countries alphabetized.
Oh, okay.
So that way you can do whatever one you need for it. Because there's no way I'm going to remember all these.
Oh my gosh. Well, you could probably take a stab in the dark and be close, like
Yeah.
for Japan. I was thinking probably JP, but
Yeah, and the British Indian Ocean Territory.
like you're ever gonna
Yeah,
do that
right.
one, but you never know.
So let's see if Italy brings up one. That would be kind of interesting just to see what we get there. IT is Italy.
Do
And
you have to put just IT, or could you type in Italy?
well, let's try something else. Let's go to Spain maybe and see. Because what it's going to do is search for
Global
the
warming.
IP, the URL part. So I didn't look to see what Spain was here. Let's roll down here and see. Spain should be. Did I look over it? I can't find it.
They're not doing
It's not on there.
That's why you can find it, because I typed in Italy and I got something on Italy.
Okay. Let's see if you do a Ukraine.
Maybe Spain doesn't have
Right.
yeah. Like
How
an
about if we
additional
do
thing.
Turkey? There's one here on Turkey. It's either TR, or let's see if we just type in Turkey. Okay, so let's see, and yeah, the topic too might be TR.
And you get some.
And it should be because, see, in the URL, that TR is showing up. Where if we do Turkey, it's probably finding the whole word
Yeah.
instead of the site
It's not-
colon.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Now, some of the countries, you can use EDU. We did this the other day. EDU, and that's all educational websites. So like Stanford, you know, you're getting different universities. And that helps if you're looking for something that's related to education. We also tried the old, like we don't have it anymore, but the K-12 dot, we'll just use Iowa because I know that one, .us. Is it just .us, I guess nowadays. And so it should only give those schools, which would be our level, K-12, in it. And that helps you narrow it down. So if you wanted to get something from a school or see something from a school. Some of the other foreign countries use AC for academic universities or academic, and so that would be where it's putting that in as an extension. And I just learned that from the presenter at ITEC. So those are some of those things. Okay, along that same line, let's do Oregon Trail, just because it's something different.
And you can like layer these all on top of each other.
Mhm.
Like you can do all the different, defining it down to where I would just get like something from the UK government and 4th through 6th grade.
Well, if we go to the UK and then go to
Site.
the educational, because, well, we could try double sites. I'm just saying if you go to government, it won't give you elementary
Anything
websites because you're in government websites.
Okay.
But we could go to the UK and then the educational site of
EDU
things.
and then-
Yeah, because I was thinking of Oregon Trail here, if we do, I was thinking site and then EDU, we're gonna get things that are educational. And then, it seemed like it was, this is where I can't remember if I have to go site and then UK, no, UK doesn't use EDU, it uses AC. Let's try Turkey, I don't know what they use, they probably use AC also, yeah, okay. What else did we, Italy? Let's see if Italy does it. Yeah. And I don't think we can just do a .it, but I know you can put these in, maybe it.edu, because we put the country before. What else do we have? Canada, I don't think they have a K-12, I was thinking maybe that, obviously not. We'll have to look at that, because I know you can do it in the advanced search too, if we go into advanced search and not use the shortcuts.
Okay.
So we'll have to look at that a little bit when we get to advanced search.
Okay.
So anyway, EDU for Oregon Trail, and where was I going with that? We can do discussion groups, or, oh, I know where I was going with that. We can do file types, that's where I was headed. File types, let's try it singular. And then say PowerPoint, that was PPT. So
Is there anything between after EDU, or you just went right into file?
I put a space and then I put file type. And what we're doing is we're trying to find the topic, Oregon Trail. We're finding only educational, whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. Totally screwed up my stuff here. Let's try this again. Oregon Trail. And then we did a site, EDU. And then I put file type. And I'm going to put PPT just because it's PowerPoint. And if I search, what I should get is all PowerPoints that are on the Oregon Trail done by educational websites.
So then you could go to all results and come up with the level that you're looking for at that
Like
point.
reading level.
Right.
So right
Okay.
here,
Yeah,
in theory,
and then you could just go to basic and you should be good to
let's see what
go.
we get.
Okay.
Dandelions.
There you go.
Let's take a look. Let's see what we got.
I think that's like a kid's website though.
Dandelions.
No. Oh, a book. Well, there you go. I know that book about the Oregon Trail.
And so it looks like it would be geared for that grade level. Now, I don't know, reading level. Do they have that many? Probably they have that many reading level,
You
fourth,
get
fifth
access
grade.
denied.
Sure.
Okay. So the neat part is you don't have to
Food
reinvent
on the
every
Oregon Trail.
situation. I mean, you
That
can,
would be fascinating.
That's what I
you
thought.
can narrow it
And
down.
you can't get on
No,
You're blocked,
yeah.
doing the same thing here?
No, I went,
Oh.
which level, you went basic, I went intermediate.
Okay.
How come you don't have the same thing that I do?
I don't
Because the
know.
very first one I have is food on the Oregon Trail.
Oh, now that'd be
PowerPoint.
something I should be looking at.
Well, and
That would be
I had access
fascinating.
denied when I clicked on it.
Makes you wonder what's in that.
Oh,
website.
now it came up. Now it came
Oh,
up.
okay. Okay, so this file type is really, and you don't have to go to this site. I mean, you could just do Oregon Trail and file type in PowerPoint. Well, let's see if we can find, what else could we do? Flash, SWF, flash file, which would be a movie file.
How do you know those?
I know 'em. So,
Okay, so that
I
was
don't know
what?
where that would be written. Maybe it is, let me go to my search sheet.
Frantically putting all this down here. Nancy!
Let's see, where would I have that? I might
PPT
have
is the
it,
only one I'm gonna remember.
Yeah.
there might be, okay, and I should link this off of our page or something, I guess. Power searching would give you some of that information. Lesson plans, this is all Google search stuff, and all I did was go, let me show you how I got there, somewhere, somehow. Under setting, you go to search help, okay? And in that search help, you have the ability to do search features, which helps you pick different things. It also gives you the ability to filter. Okay, here's your operators, filters, certain phrases that we're going through. Reading level, shows you how to do all that. While we're there, image search is also a cool one. Let's jump on board of image search here. Anyway, I don't know where it would be. Keyword,
Okay, so what would the
filters.
other ones be like that we could probably look at?
Well, PowerPoint, I would think, which is PPT, or
Uh-huh.
PPT, what's the newest one, X maybe? I'd have to look at that one. SWF is all flash, which would be giving you videos. Let's see if, along that same line, let's see if it'll do an MP3 or MP4. MP4 would be a movie file also. And it doesn't like MP4s.
Okay.
And MP3 would be an audio file. It doesn't like those. So they're not universal to Google.
So basically PowerPoint and videos.
You can do, we should be able to do DOC, which is a word, whoops, if you spell it right. Word processing. See, it's gonna give you Google Docs, like worksheets and
Okay. Oh,
documentation. Excel files, like charts, would be XLS, I believe. Yeah,
What'd you say, XLS?
XLS would be an Excel.
Okay.
And so it's probably gonna give you charts or the ability to do spreadsheets. What else would there be? Really, PowerPoints. Well, if I think of one, I'll bring it up. But file type to me was pretty helpful. And the country codes, if we look that up, so you can narrow. What I thought would be neat is if you, especially like Denny in your area, if you can do it by country and then come from that perspective of something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, another neat one, and you saw this one when we did by years, and that was under primary sources, I guess. We did like the Korean War, I think, and we did custom range, and is it try
I
it.
did
50 and 53.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I just did
Sorry, I
53. I was, so that's the,
So they'll just
okay.
bring up articles
And,
about that.
yeah, and if you go up here to news, because right now all they do is give you 3 basic things here, but because I only went from 1 year, if you go to news, what it does is it gives you newspapers, primary sources. So you actually click on one and you actually get the newspaper.
That is so
And you can
cool.
zoom in, you can change pages, so they can look at ads, they can look at articles, they can look at pictures.
I love that.
I mean, how realistic is that?
Yeah, because we're doing like the serum race and the Iditarod and that whole thing, so you could bring up, they have, you know, newspapers from that time.
Yeah, so all you have to know is your time frame that you
Yeah,
want to do.
1925,
Yeah.
and you could be good to go.
Let's try it. What did you
So
say it was
cool.
called? Let's go back here. I'm gonna try that. I haven't tried that one. Do I have to spell Iditarod?
IDATROD.
I-D-A-T-R-O.
IDITAROD.
Yep.
There you go.
See, it's there.
I know,
No?
because it doesn't sound like.
R-O-D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are, yeah.
Iditarod, yeah.
Okay.
Great.
So, okay.
Well,
We'll put it in.
Yeah.
It's close enough, it should come up.
Now, I'm in news, so I probably should have backed out to everything first because I got the wrong year in here.
oh yeah, that'll
Yeah,
be like,
that would be, yeah, okay. So let's just
Oh, I don't know.
clear, there we go, we'll go to clear.
True, yeah, you'll get everything.
Yeah, all
I
right,
want
so
the original.
I-D-A-T-R-O-D,
A-T-O-R-O-R-E-D.
O-R.
I mean, it might
There's
be
a trail.
Iditarod.
You want,
Yeah.
okay.
Just go basic Iditarod.
Okay, and then we want
Last
to do
three
search
pages.
tools, and we wanted to go to what year?
1925 is when it was run, the first time.
Okay. Be cool to see if, did I spell it wrong?
No. Because I think it was in March of 1925, or maybe,
Last great race, official website.
yeah, because we've looked at that one, that has a countdown of the race, that's when it's gonna begin and stuff like that.
Let's go to news without going to a year. And then, now let's see if we can go to a year under search tools. Let's see if
Maybe go archive.
2010, 1988.
Well, then you've got a whole bunch of pages there too.
What if you put Iditarod 1925?
Up in your search.
Yeah.
Or first one.
Yeah.
There you go. There, well, it's the Wikipedia thing, but
There's a
maybe.
Fairbanks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's 2011. So maybe
99.
93
Now can you?
pay-per-view. It's not getting us to the newspapers though. Can I go to newspapers? Yeah, I'm in news. I don't know, we'll have to check that one out, 'cause
Okay.
it's not getting.
Because it was a big news story, so there has to be.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is if they didn't actually enter 1925 papers in yet, if they haven't scanned it as primary sources.
Oh, okay.
It may be too far back, because
True.
we're not finding anything that
That
early.
early. Yeah. Okay.
But if we go here, like here, we've got a newspaper. These are all New
More
Year's.
current, yeah.
And if we go to, where did my search tool go? If we
I don't
go-
know the first time the Iditarod was run like as a race the way it is.
What if we say 19, I thought there was a 1988, let's see if we, that should be, I mean, there should be some newspaper articles then. They're coming up,
So
and they're
maybe
actually
there's
newspapers.
something with it's just too early.
It could be, so we might have to just see, let's try something, what else do you think? Like 1950?
Yeah.
And just work back and see?
Yeah, how far?
If that So
Yeah.
somewhere along the line, they can use paper on it. So that's
Okay.
good to know.
Okay.
I didn't know
Yeah.
how far they got.
That would be fascinating though, if
Yeah.
you could find the real stuff, that'd be so cool. But,
Okay. Let's see.
1925.
Here's another thing, we can do images. I'll take the year out of there, we'll just stay with your subject. And I'll get out of news, so I'll go web for now. What else do we have? Search tools, I'm not in it, okay. So if we go to images, you get all kinds of pictures. Okay, over here on, well, we can go to search tools. And in search tools, you can select only those pictures in a certain color. So if you only wanted green pictures,
There you go.
1925.
yep,
you can actually get just those things that have green in them.
maybe we just need to put in diphtheria instead of
I just put
Iditarod.
Iditarod site, colon,
He found
1925.
one on the diphtheria epidemic in 1925.
Well, I haven't found the article.
So I got a newspaper that far back on that particular thing.
Not sure.
Chicago,
Sun Times, what did you call it?
Chicago Sun-Times.
So we might just have to come from a different
Different
direction.
angle, because maybe it wasn't called the Iditarod at that point because they didn't name it that
Alaska's
until later.
last great race begins.
Okay.
So maybe we'd have to use Great Race or
Or something
something
else.
along that line.
Yeah,
In
okay.
quotes, so it keeps it all as a famous quote
Mhm.
or a famous phrase. Anyway, under here, under your color, usually it's any color, but you could go to search tools and do like black and white, so it only gives you black and white pictures, if that helps. Or you can select only clip art, and it will, because we're still on the Iditarod, so it only gives you the specific type of, so if you only want face pictures. So it helps narrow it down in a hurry. And we can do a custom range again. I know, let's see what this one does. Let's see if it does anything for us. 1925 is kind of what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on faces. Let me get to any type. Oh, they just don't like that year.
I know.
Okay, so you have time frame, you have the type of picture that you want, you have how big a picture. So if you need something to fit a small area and you don't want the great big gigantic ones, you can narrow that down and they'll be smaller. Even though they don't look smaller here, it means that they are a smaller picture for computers. The other piece that, oh, it's not there. Where did it go? Anyway, now the other piece that I wanted to show you was if you go to options and you go to advanced search, oh, you know where it might be? No, it's not. Anyway, I know it goes to advanced search. And then here's all those same types of things. You can put in a certain phrase here in quotes. You can say certain color here, certain type, certain region. So again, you can pick a country. That would help. But the one I wanted to show you was this usage rights right here. You can have it only bring up pictures that are free to use, share, modify, or even use commercially. So there's your copyright issue right off the top, because they're free to use for any reason. Or if you only want to be, free to use but not sell, you can select that. So that way, when you do this and you say advanced search, it gets rid of any pictures that kids can't use, that they're not legally allowed to use. So it's really sweet that way. Since we're there, let me do one other thing that I want to show you. I'm going to go into a presentation, a Google presentation. And let's see what we have here. I'm going to, all right, insert a slide, and over here, I'll close this so you can see it. I got to go to Tools and Research. You guys use this?
I have a lot of kids that use Google presentations, but no.
I just opened any presentation, and Word documents do similar things, so you could do it in Word too. But because we were on images, I just chose to go to presentation. Okay, under research, we could put in, let's just put in alligators. I don't know why, fascination, I guess.
Or fear.
Or fear, yeah.
She wants to go somewhere where it's
Warm.
warm.
Okay.
So now you have all kinds of pictures that you can choose from. Okay, right under the word alligators, you can filter by license. So right off the bat, you can say, only show those things that are copyright free, even for commercial use. The other thing is, it will give you the citation format.
Nice.
So there's all kinds of choices there.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just by using the triangle under the search box. Right? Then as I scroll down here, it gives me other websites that I could go to get information. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to grab one of these alligator pictures, say this one, and I'm going to drag it over here. And the nice part about this is it will put in the URL, and because it's a picture and it's a live link, you don't have to do any other citation. It'll be there, and it's done. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, I'll show you the Word doc. Don't let me forget. I'll show you the Word document because that's even better yet. But along the same line, you could go to, say, this particular one, and you notice when I mouse over it, it says preview or insert link. If I want to preview it, it will show me what the website looks like and the information. So I could then go to it. If I wanted to insert the link, I just click on it and it puts it over here to this website. So it's an active link. I don't have to type the URL in. I can move it around and it's right there. And if I go to the view, I can find the presentation link. I can click on it and it takes me right to that website. So everything's live and good to go. Okay, now showing you similar pieces. Let's see if there was one other thing. Well, let's do a Word document. Just because. Alright, so if I create a Word document and I go to my tools and I go to my research, and over here in Word I have lots of choices. I could actually just search for the image or just for Scholar type of research information. So it goes to Google Scholar and it only looks for scholarly information instead of the whole web. You can look for just quotes, or you can look for just dictionary combinations. So if I put in the alligator in here, again, I have the ability to go by license, by ML citation. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to do MLA, and I'm going to grab this picture on here. Now notice right here, there's my citation information for this picture, because it gives me that. If I don't want a picture, maybe I want to get some information. So if I go to here, oops, I didn't mean to blank, sorry. If I go to here, I can cite, and it's given me the citation for that website. So if I used any of that information from that, so I hit preview, I can use any of this information from here, and it's cited right here. Plus there's a quick link to go back to it. So if you need more citation information, it's right there in a hurry. So that's pretty sweet as far as giving them more of a direction of looking for things as they're learning how to do research. And that's just by using tools and research. That make sense?
That's very nice. That's unreal.
Just
That's
how
like
quick
super
and
lazy.
easy.
It truly is. It's like work's
Yeah.
done for you.
I know.
But it's
You just have to know where
this
to find
day and
it.
age.
Yeah. Let's see what else I might have skipped over because I kind of started jumping around.
It's okay, we made it
Otherwise,
right.
maybe that's just enough, and you guys can try some of these things, and then as it doesn't work, I guess I should have showed you one other thing. Now that I think about it, because I thought that was cool. If you, let's go to the web, and let's say I wanted to find something about bass, but I don't want it to be bass fishing. I just put in a hyphen, fishing. And what it'll do, it will
Just
give
takes
me,
it out.
it will make it bass instead of bass. Because, or it'll give you bass shoot, you know, so it's not fishing stuff. So
Right.
hyphens take it out.
taking.
Yep.
Almost like a minus sign.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing, well, you can use quotes, like, what's that saying? One small step for man.
Mhm.
Okay, if I put that in quotes, see if I can remember it by now, small step for man, then it keeps that whole thing together. And when I search, then it only finds the ones that have those things together.
Right.
And so anytime you do quotes, it'll do phrases for you. And those other. And you might look at this more because here's that video search. So it only gives you videos based on what's in here.
Mhm.
Or discussion groups. Or in case you're a cook, recipes.
With one small step for man in it.
Or you can do applications. So if we did something about, oh shoot, what was I doing today that I ran across this? I'm not sure what I was doing here. Publisher, I'll just do that. You can go over here to applications and use your search tools, and then you can look for free. Or you can look for operating system. So you're looking for applications that are only Windows based, or only come from Apple, or only come from, so there's, again, that's search tools, but I went to applications.
Applications first, then search tools?
Yeah, because every time you click one of these, even shopping,
Mm-hmm.
there's other things that go with it. You can change your location. When you go to shopping, change your location here, it'll give you information just on that location. So if you don't want Carroll, Iowa here, you could change it. I have Portland, Oregon. So I'm getting everything about publisher in Portland, Oregon. So if I needed to buy something in Des Moines, I could do shopping, and if I'm looking for some kind of clothing. So any of these, like maps, you can get maps and change your location. Right now, I'm doing publisher near Portland, Oregon for maps. So you just have to make sure that your keyword is what you want before you start clicking things. But so anyway, so we can do free, Windows, publisher applications, and down here it'll give me anything that's related to that. So all of those search tools change based on what you're choosing. So cool, huh?
Yeah.
Good. All kinds. There's one that's a tilde too. Let me see, what was I working on? I did a tilde. Tilde is a similar, that's that squirrely little curving line up by the number 1. Similar to, let's go to, gosh, I wish I wrote that down because it's like, oh, this is cool. Let's do similar to Spanish. I don't remember what I was doing, but. Okay, so it's going to give you any sites that are similar to Spanish or related to. And now we're on applications, so we're not getting a full link. So anyway, you got tilde, you've got hyphen removes it. Tilde is similar. We have file type, we have site. It's like mind-boggling. So.
But the more I play with it, the faster and easier it'll be.
Okay, so we only have about 5-10 minutes. If you want to play, and then if it doesn't work, we can all try to figure it out. Or if you have some questions you want to try as a group up here, we can do that.
I got a question, Nancy.
Yeah.
I'm interested in going to peer-reviewed articles only. So can I limit my search, use these same tools to get to those peer-reviewed journals?
I usually go through the AEA journals to go to peer review, but I wonder if Google Scholar,
That's what I was wondering.
if we do, we go to web and advanced, let's see. I think it's Google Scholar here. If not, I think it's under scholar.google.com, and it, whoops. And then you're actually in Google Scholar.
Mhm.
And this one's articles, my citations. This one's not giving me peer review though. Otherwise, when you
What
go,
if we key it in?
what's that?
If we key it in, if
Oh.
we keyed in peer reviewed articles or journals, either
Yeah.
one, doesn't matter, whatever you tell us.
There you go.
There you go.
It does.
Yeah.
And then over here, you can change your custom rate. I mean, everything's there.
Right, cause I'm looking at the college level for
Mhm.
those students, then they would need your more advanced, if they're doing research, and I was wondering if it would filter it out
In
in
Google, yeah.
Yeah.
And you take them to the AEA one that
Right.
does the peer reviews where you can just have peer reviewed there too.
Right.
Cause that one's helpful. But yeah, this is cool that it'll
I will do
give
that.
you exactly what you need there.
Good. Okay.
And I haven't tried that yet. That's good. But again, all that peer help is, I mean, if you go to, I haven't tried this one either, advanced search here. Oh, we were there. So you could do, okay. And my citations, looks like they'll keep track even.
Cool.
I didn't know that in
That's a
Google.
good thing for 'em.
Yeah, so they could be logged in and keep track of all those. That'd make it a lot easier.
Right.
And then there should be a setting. Oh, that's just how many come up. Where they can go. Okay. In language, you can do some search. There's one I ran across in language over on the right hand side too that you could do have it just in Spanish, which I was thinking of like our Spanish teachers, where it just comes out in Spanish. So, other questions that come to mind? I know it's kind of mind-boggling by the time you see all those different things. So the video will be posted, so if you want to go back to watch that and go through them again. And I'll look again through some of my notes because I know I skipped some things, so we might do another one later on down the road and try some of them. But didn't mean to overwhelm you. If you guys want to play a little bit, otherwise it's totally up to you what we do from here.